The rifle barked like a thunderclap across the dusty plains, and Ethan black dove behind a jagged outcrop as bullets whizzed past his ear, kicking up Texas dirt. Blood trickled from a gash on his forehead, mixing with the sweat and grit of the Panhandle Badlands. His horse was sprawled, lifeless, 20 yards back, riddled with holes from the ambush. Cutler's gravelly shout bounced off the rocky walls. "Come on out, Iron Ethan. You good at my kin now. It's payback time." Ethan fumbled his revolver 6 rounds left, against 9 riders closing in like wolves under the merciless sun. The nearest shelter was Willow Creek Station, a half-mile of exposed flatland where any fool would get picked off. But Ethan hadn't been playing it safe since he hung up his Union Army boots. Not since the war taught him that some sins chased you straight to the grave. He bolted from cover, legs pumping, gunfire erupting behind him like a hailstorm. Up ahead, smoke curled from a chimney at the way station. A woman emerged on the porch, hand shielding her eyes from the glare, her auburn hair glowing like embers in the light. What would she do when trouble showed up bleeding on her doorstep? Would you stake your life on a stranger haunted by ghosts? Ethan slammed into the dirt, rolling behind a trough as slugs splintered the wooden rails. The woman didn't flinch, just stood there eyeing his wounds. "You bringing that mess here, or running from it?" she called, voice steady as small talk at a saloon. "Both, ma'am." Ethan gasped, clamping his side where blood seeped through his shirt. "I know you big. Abigail Reed," she said, descending the steps. "And I know your face, Iron Ethan Black. That $700 reward poster sticks in the mind." She wore a faded green dress that clung to her form from the heat, her hazel eyes sizing him up like a gambler spotting a mark. Cutler's voice cut through the air. "We see you in there, Black. Hand him over, lady, or we'll torch the place." Abigail's mouth twitched in a half-smile. "Mr. Black, can you handle a gun?" "Yes, ma'am." "Can you end a man?" The words hung heavy in the swelter. Ethan locked eyes with her. "When it's him or me." She jerked her head toward the house. "Then let's fix you up, unless you fancy dying in my yard." Inside, the cabin smelled of stew and oil, cooler than the blaze outside. Abigail swayed with confidence as she grabbed rags and whiskey, her curves shifting under the thin fabric. When she leaned for bandages, her neckline dipped, showing soft, sweat-glistened skin. "Shirt off," she ordered. "No nonsense." Ethan hesitated. "Ma'am, I've patched soldiers before, Mr. Black. Shyness won't plug holes." As he stripped, her gaze traced his muscled frame and old scars. "Quite the collection you've got." Her touch was firm but sparked heat through him, her scent a mix of lavender and earth. Up close, she was fire-wrapped in silk. "Why risk it?" he asked. Abigail paused. "My business. That bounty's tempting, but corpses don't pay debts." "What debts?" She met his stare. The kind needing a steady shooter who minds his own. Hooves thumped out side cutler maneuvering his crew, sly as a coyote. Ethan had tangled with rebels, outlaws, and drifters, but this woman unnerved him in ways bullets couldn't. "One thing," Abigail said, knotting the wrap, her sleeves slipping to bare her shoulder. "I'm no fragile widow like folks whisper. I'm in trade goods that skip customs. Rifles, mostly." She poured whiskey, glasses clinking. "To dodging graves, Mr. Black." The burn matched the twist, trapped between Cutler's irons and a smuggler sharper than any blade. "They'll hit at dusk," Abigail murmured, perching on the cot beside him. Cutler savors the squirm, plans his cruelties slow. Ethan eyed her sharp features. "You know him?" "His breed." She turned, eyes deep as canyons. "Question is, you aiming to see dawn?" "What's the cost?" Abigail's hand grazed his thigh, fingers light on the denim. "One job haul across the border. Then we vanish." Her grin promised secrets. "Depends on how you hold up, Mr. Black." A rumble grew not thunder, but riders from the south. Abigail shot to the window. "Comanches," she hissed. "Raiders." They're early by days. Ethan peered out. 7 warriors, war-painted, ponies thundering in. Partners. Buyers. But this ain't right. Her face paled, fear flickering under steel. The Comanches were barreling straight for them, Cutler lurking in the rocks. Ethan reloaded. 6 bullets against hell. Abigail faced him, eyes wild with defiance. Then let's make him remember. The raider struck like a twister, fierce, unrelenting. Ethan ducked as an arrow shattered the pane, glass raining like diamonds. Abigail yanked a repeater from under the mattress, smooth as habit. "Back way," she yelled over the yells. But a warrior burst through the front, hatchet raised. Ethan's shot dropped him cold. Another from the side. Abigail's rifle boomed, and he crumpled. Quiet fell, prickling the skin. 7 raiders, 2 down, 5 prowling, plus Cutler's gang. Odds like quicksand. "They smell the cash," Abigail whispered, chambering rounds. Her dress tore at the arm, sweat beading on exposed skin. Even in chaos, she stole his breath. "Where's it?" "Cellar under the Florida guns. Enough for an uprising." Now it clicked. Cutler's revenge was a grab for Abigail's haul, not just blood. A shadow flitted by the window. Ethan waited, then fired. The warrior charged, arrow grazing his arm before falling. For left. Smoke curled in, torches lit. Cellar. Abigail hauled up a trapdoor, steps plunging into the dark. The space sprawled, crates stacked, rifles, ammo, stamps from the Confederate surplus. "Lord, Abigail, this is treason territory." "Surviving," she snapped. "In Texas, you're hunter or hunted." "I hunt." Footsteps thudded above, smoke choking. "Tunnel out me." Late husband minded before raiders got him. The passage squeezed tight, Abigail ahead, her form outlined in the lantern glow, dress hugging every move. They surfaced 60 yards out behind boulders. The station blazed, flames clawing the sky. "Everything." Abigail choked. Ethan gripped her shoulder. "We're breathing." "That's the win." In the glow, her eyes burned with rage and heat that pulled him in. "They ruined me." She closed the gap, breath warm. "What now, Ethan?" "What's left?" Before words formed, she kissed him gentle, then urgent, hands fumbling his buttons. "No words," she murmured. "Just this." Her dress slipped away, skin moon pale. He touched her, drawing gasps, their bodies merging in desperate rhythm, 2 souls claiming life amid ruin. After, tangled in the stones, her hair fanned across him. "Cutler's waiting," Ethan said. "I know." She traced his scars. "Raiders too, with more." She lifted her gaze. "We end it. Tonight." Cutler struck at first light, 10 riders now, bolstered from Amarillo. They'd holed up in the crags, watching the embers. Abigail nestled close in their hideout, alert in a spare shirt that skimmed her thighs. "Can't flee," she whispered. "Won't." Ethan's revolver, 3 bullets. She'd snagged a scattergun and shells. "Slim odds, but we'll trump numbers." Cutler dismounted at the ashes, coat whipping. "Black, I smell your stink." Ethan tensed, but Abigail held him. "Wait. Surrender, and it's clean." Cutler bellowed. "Hide, and I'll drag it out, starting with your flame-haired slut." Abigail's eyes blazed. "Nobody says that. In these parts, words like that demanded blood." Cutler motioned his men, "Fan out." "Flush him." Abigail's lips curled wickedly. "Husband left dynamite insurance." "Too risky." "All of it's risky." She kissed him fiercely, like farewell. "Trust me." She darted, weaving rocks like a ghost. Cutler's crew hollered, firing wild, but she melted into the maze bandits' labyrinth, twisted sandstone spires. Ethan tailed, picking off laggers. One shot felled a burly thug. Another winged a kid, Abigail's blast finishing him. 8 left. Cutler barked commands, but the terrain fractured them. Abigail perched high, stick fused, match struck. "Cutler, fire for fire." His face twisted. "You're done, woman." "Yours first." She tossed Itbum shattered dawn, avalanche burying 3. Dust choked, and Ethan struck, knifed a lieutenant silent. 7, then 6 as Abigail fired. Clearing, it was Ethan versus Cutler, 20 paces of rubble. Others have gone or bolted. Always this, Cutler sneered, hand ready. Fastest wins. Walk away. Cutler laughed harshly. You slew my blood. Family's sacred. Your kin was a thief and worse. World's cleaner. Eyes dead, draw, bastard. They pulled Cutler's slug, tore Ethan's arm, gun flying. He advanced, aiming. Last words. Ethan grinned through pain. Duck. Abigail's shot from above blew Cutler's skull. Silence blanketed the canyon. She scrambled down, tending the wound. It'll mend. We will. Now what? Ethan asked, ruins smoking afar. Abigail glanced back, then to him, eyes soft with calm. West. Oregon. Fresh start. Ethan agreed. Out here, you rebuilt, ghosts fading in the dust. For months on, Ethan Black stood atop a bluff over the Oregon coast, waves pounding below. His scar faded, but deeper marks lingered. Abigail stepped from their cabin with coffee, in a plain frock, now no smuggling, no dancing with doom. Still stunning, hair catching dawn like fire. Regrets? She asked, nestling close. He pondered, a trail of lead and loss behind, endless ocean ahead. None about Cutler, or finding you. She smiled pure, no edges. Thanks for seeing beyond the mess. Below, bells tolled from a seaside chapel, peaceful and promising. We'll last, Abigail asked. 2 wrecks building whole. He held her tight. We already did. A bald eagle soared above, wings wide on the breezy, a reminder that redemption came unexpectedly, in a fierce woman's embrace, in choosing light over shadows. What do you think, did Ethan and Abigail deserve their second chance? Or should their past have caught up? Drop your take in the comments below, pick a side, and let's debate it out.